Good evening. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals for Thursday, May 4th. It is 7:02. First, pledges of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, roll call.
Weston Maraska.
William LePage.
George Slingo.
John Glenn.
Okay, first is the public hearing, reconvene the public hearing for Pristine Realty LLC. Armin Belanger, applicant is seeking a commercial special permit for a boarding rooming house in Res 15. We have received, do you have a copy of the law? We received a letter from Pristine Realty, to whom it may concern. We hereby rescind our application dated January 19, 2017 for a commercial special permit to convert the two-family residence listed above to a boarding room and house. Okay. Yes, that's,
It's always been, well, can we convene it? Go ahead.
we can,
We can talk.
yes, you can.
Sure. Ed Bazinet, Chairman of the Historical Commission. Now that they've pulled their request, where do we stand with this building that's in violation of Res 15?
It goes back to the building inspector, because he's the zoning enforcement officer. If it is, and if there's, my understanding of it is that because they're not gonna put as many people in it, so they won't be in violation. I don't know that for a fact, but that was my understanding.
My concern is they're still going to stuff it somehow with kids that their kids there's no control over, and these owners don't care. I mean, they've done nothing since months ago when they were here, claiming, "Oh yeah, we care about." They've done nothing to alleviate what's going on in that house. So I just need to know that the town has recourse to go in there and do something about it.
Yes, it does. I mean, if they're in violation, you call the building department, and he'll go up there and check it out.
Okay, do you know?
He's the zoning enforcement officer.
All right, do you know what they need to have per unit or something? I assume they're going back to the idea that it's a two-family. But they're not going to be two families.
All these questions would be for the building department,
All right,
not for us.
all right.
I'm not, none of us are the building officials.
I know. It's sad that they can then just yank this, not resolve it. It doesn't get a final accounting yet. And I'm sure they're going to move on to signing kids up for the next semester. But I will take it up with the building inspector. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you. Okay, you want to make a motion that we rescind that?
I'll make a motion that we accept the rescission of the Pristine Realty LLC to obtain a commercial special permit.
Second motion.
Okay, motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
A motion to rescind their request for a commercial special permit.
Yep. So, it's like they never even came here before.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't hear you.
I'm s- No problem. Second, a public hearing for Lusak, I'm gonna really butcher this name. Kiawar,
Łukasz Kabior.
reconvene public hearing for that person. Applicant is seeking a special permit to have livestock for property under 5 acres located at 21st Ave, Dudley, Mass. Per zoning bylaw, section 2.03.02, use by district. Okay, so you want, what are your plans for,
I got pigeons, homing pigeons.
yep.
Use them for races
Well, right now, homing pigeons don't fall under this.
and chickens. 5 chickens.
Chickens do fall under it. But homing pigeons don't. Either that or the Webster Town Hall and all the other places would be really, there'd be pigeons.
Use the chickens when I feed the pigeons. I got a wire inside the coop. When the food goes down, the chickens are eating, and I'm eating the eggs, obviously. So
Okay. Are there any abutters? Are you opposed? All opposed. Okay.
What does it mean?
You want to come up here and state your name?
Bob Stockdale, 8 Fairview Ave. The neighbors are just concerned on permit for livestock on such a small piece of land with all residential houses around there. It's a multifamily, single-family houses on fairly small lots, that's all. If
Yep.
you have a livestock permit, could you raise pigs, goats, you know? Pigeons obviously don't come under this, you said so, but,
Right.
you know.
But, no, we could limit him to five chickens. You know, we could limit it to that.
that's
Or-
what that's for what was 5 of them. That's it.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
not 20, 25, or 30 of them.
Yeah, we're
They
just
don't run
concerned
around.
what it is, livestock, you can raise anything.
Yeah,
I
the
don't, I
word,
don't think you can even see them.
the wording is,
farm when
Kind of
they
vague.
all over our houses. Who's gonna pay to have those cleaned? You wanna tell us?
What do you mean poop? What's gonna poop?
The birds.
They don't sit on anybody's houses. Just my close neighbor.
Oh, really? You
On,
don't poop on anybody's houses.
these are not pigeons that roost on the town hall, or anything. These are homing pigeons that, obviously.
They're racing
they're
pigeons. yes.
trained, they're,
Yeah.
But,
The birds of prey are having a gay time with them. I'm finding dead bodies all
But
over.
it doesn't fall under the livestock, under that provision, so there's
Well, what
nothing.
about the property owners with their homes? I stopped feeding the wild birds because I didn't want a bunch of pigeons. You're talking, there's
I
at
bet
least.
you $100
maybe-
to my pigeons. They don't go to your house and eat from your bird feeder.
You're talking
they-
at least 30, 40 pigeons. And they fly over all the houses.
But
Gonna
they're not-
clean it
They're
up?
not livestock.
Right, they don't,
They're historical birds. So I'm sorry. They poop and the wild birds poop.
But they're not a swarm of them flying over the house.
But they're not livestock, though.
they don't fall under, there's nothing this board can do about the pigeons.
You know, what about the housing that it's in isn't even legal. It's right on the property line. When I wanted a farmer's porch put on, I had to have my land surveyed twice because the buildings weren't on it.
Okay.
That's building department's
That's the
question.
building department. This has nothing to do with us.
That's a different issue.
And how long has that house been there?
Which house?
His house, if it's on the line? How long?
No, it's not about pigeon houses.
5 years maybe?
So that's your beef is that he's too close to your property line. You should talk to the building inspector about that.
If
But
this,
it's 3 years, right?
if it's 3 or 4 years ago, that means has been inspected,
5.
has been, occupied properly, so there ain't really much you can do. It's there, it's legally.
Your argument should have been 5 years ago when it was first put in.
It was close to the road, and I put it close to the right side of the line, proper line with my neighbor,
Yep.
and he doesn't have any problem. The one behind me doesn't have any problem.
No.
He was here last month. He couldn't be here today.
Now, did you build the house or you bought it?
I built it. And the building inspector was, like I said, 2 times over the house. Check it out if, for the mess, if they make any mess, everything was clean. For the smell, same thing. Second time show up without me knowing, and same thing. He didn't have any issues.
I know when you guys get this letter and in the bylaws, it's just the way it's worded. I know if I got this letter, it said my neighbor wanted livestock, I'd be a little concerned too.
There's no elephants.
But
It's a cow.
it's just the way it's worded in the town bylaw.
Well, how about limiting the amount that he has?
We could do that, yeah.
Not pigeons, but
Not
chickens.
pigeons, but chickens.
Yeah.
And,
Livestock.
and exclusively to just chickens.
No other livestock.
We could limit him to 5 chickens, period.
No cattle,
No
no
cattle, no
bulls,
pigs.
No
no.
pigs.
No giraffes.
Lambs, no goats,
If he starts raising
llamas.
chickens, where's all this crap gonna go?
Mummies. What are you talking about?
Chicken, they're shit. That's what
Okay,
I'm talking about.
alright.
Where's all this stuff gonna go?
Go to the garden and go to the farm and Dudley.
The chicken's gotta be locked up
He
anyway.
recycles it
It's
at a farm. He
Then I
explained to
can
me the
go
whole
on
process.
on the yard. They sit underneath of the coop.
It
There's an
is-
area
Something was supposed to be caged.
10 by 25. That's all.
Can you keep him caged?
No, I'm just concerned.
They're
about
caged.
snow,
I've
that's all.
been to the property, and he recycles.
Well, we could
Droppings.
limit it to them being caged. 5 chickens, 5 caged chickens.
Go to Tractor Supply and find out what the cages they have. 5 by 5. I got 10 by 25 area for
Would
them.
that
And
work?
how many pigeons?
We're not talking
Pigeons,
about
we can't-
pigeons aren't in play. Pigeons aren't in play. How about 5 caged chickens? Would you be happy with that?
Sure.
Would you be happy with that?
That's what I've been having.
I make a motion that,
5 chicken.
I make a motion that we allow the special permit for, I can't pronounce,
Lucas.
Lucas. How do you say the last?
Wesley say it.
Either.
Keyword. To have a special permit to have 5 caged chickens.
I'll second the motion.
Okay, a motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries. Okay, number 3 is Arthur Canoia. Applicant is seeking a commercial variance to vary the minimum rear setback from 30 feet to 5 feet and the side setback from 30 feet to 20 feet.
Side, 2, okay.
I'm just,
30 to 5.
was I correct on the side?
It's 30 feet to
I don't
5
see
feet.
anything on the
Give you a
side.
setback to 20,
30 to 5.
30 to
Yeah, that's
5.
what I see.
The
it's 30.
setback.
is on the back.
What about the side?
The side's gonna go 30 to 28.
30 to 28. Oh, okay.
What is it?
Because all we have on the application is
Right here.
the rear.
It's the
Yeah.
rear setback.
30 to,
That's all we got on the app anyways.
you should go from 30 to 25 feet,
Okay.
you know, to give you some gutter. like-
25 to 25. The side setback.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, that's my opinion. You can do it,
Nope, that works for us.
okay?
Yeah, you gotta take into consideration, if you put a gutter on the building,
Or an overhang at all,
Everything's gotta be on your property, so.
okay? Any questions?
so the side is 30 to 25.
Yep.
And the rear is what?
Is to
30 to 5.
30 to
30 to
5 feet.
5.
Any abutters? No abutters?
I make a motion that we allow for this variance for the minimum yard, the rear yard setback 30 to 5 and the side setback 30 to 25.
A second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor? Aye. Motion carries. You all set?
Have a good evening.
Okay, next is a public hearing for New England Realty, reconvening public hearing for New England Realty. Applicant is seeking a commercial special permit to vary the minimum lot area from 15,000 square feet to 1340 square feet, and a commercial variance to change the minimum rear yard setback from 35 to 18.80 feet in order to build a Dunkin' Donuts on property located at 10 West Main Street, Ardlock Place, Dudley, Mass.
Good evening, Mr. Chairman. My name is Jack O'Leary with SciTech Environmental. I'm here representing New England Realty Ventures and the operators of the facility, Kareem and Carolee Youssef. By the way, you really know how to run a zoning board. This is going so fast. I used to serve on mine, and it would have taken us till 10 o'clock for this number of hearings. I'll give you a very brief introduction, and we can get right to it. The site is the old gas station that it looks like the building was recently torn down.
Yep.
In front of the Stevens Mill, and next to the Stevens Mill building that Mass Electric tore down and was doing the work there. And my client would like to build a small Dunkin' Donuts on the site. And the site's so small that it can only host a building.
A drive-through only.
Drive-through only, no seating. It's the lot's going to be repaved, regraded. We're going to try and keep the tree in the back corner, add some more landscaping along the frontage, reconfigure the driveways. We've been before conservation because we're just within the 200 feet of the river. They've signed off on this.
Yep.
We've spoken to DPW and the groundwater district, and they've said this is fine. We're going to be seeing the planning board because it does have the drive-through and that needs their permission. But we do need your review of this because couple of things that with regard to zoning. First of all, the lot is it's in the Business 15 district, so the minimum lot size under the zoning bylaw is 15,000 square feet.
Yep.
The lot is actually 13,040 square feet. Now, we've looked into the title for both our lot and for the surrounding lots, and what we've determined is that this lot was created in 1940.
Yep.
So it was created prior to zoning, and it's never been merged with any of the abutting lots. So it clearly qualifies as a grandfathered lot under zoning, even though the size is less than what the current zoning requirement is. And the way the law reads is that we need a special permit or a finding to build something on the lot from you, and we believe we've met the criteria for that special permit as follows. The use is in harmony with the purpose of the bylaw. The bylaw does allow restaurants, coffee shops in this district, and I think it's obvious too that other similar
You
facilities.
have the paperwork showing that it was one lot since 1949?
Yes, and I submitted it with Gloria the last time around. So I have additional copies if you need that.
Good cap. Good
Yep.
plan.
I'm ripping it all apart.
Okay.
I'm pretty good at that.
Collected all the deeds and everything, and it's all there. And to follow through on the criteria, the change is not substantially more detrimental to the neighborhood. I think it's evident that the Dunkin' Donuts would be an improvement actually over the old gas station that was formerly there.
Okay, so 1949? So he doesn't even have to be here, right?
Wow. I'm sure that's brown again.
Yeah. He's not here. Nelson's not here.
What's the question?
Well, if it's since 1949, he's before zoning, and it's been one lot. So he doesn't have to worry about the setbacks on the file.
Is it, has he demoed the building then, is that?
No, because it goes by the law. It doesn't go by the building. Am I correct on that?
He's good.
Yeah,
He's good.
okay.
He's good.
Because he doesn't have to apply to that. Right?
No. 1940, he's,
Shall I continue? I think we meet the special permit criteria, and it's clearly grandfathered, as I think you've seen from the paperwork.
Yeah.
So, okay. We have spoken with Mr. Burlingame too, and obviously we submitted something to him before we came to you. He also identified that he considers the rear yard to be to be measured from the lines from the opposite of West Main Street. In other words, the rear yard should be measured from here. And I did prepare a plan illustrating that 35 yards foot setback in the rear. And the other setbacks here, they're all highlighted in gray. The existing building, or was an existing building until recently, was located right here. And it was within 4.85 feet of the rear lot line.
Mm-hmm.
Our proposed building is, as you can see, is somewhat closer to the street. We can't actually make any building realistically conform to all the setbacks because this white area is the only area that meets all the setbacks. But we are moving it to be more closely conforming to the setback with this proposal, and that the new setback would be 16.8 feet. And we do request a variance for that because that doesn't meet the current setback. And I believe we also meet the criteria for a variance in that there are circumstances relating to the shape of the lot that prevent us from building a building that would conform. I think that's exhibits.
true hardship, true
And then
hardship.
the other criteria, the little enforcement of the provisions of the zoning bylaw would involve a hardship. My client couldn't build a building that could do business in there.
That's a real hardship.
This is an honest-to-God, real, no
yeah,
doubt about it,
In
hardship.
accordance with the statute.
Exactly. You don't see those too often,
Oh,
do you?
no, a real one.
The relief can be granted without detriment to the public. This is a use that's in conformance with the bylaw anyways. It's the use people are looking for, and the site's being developed in a way that it's going to be attractive and traffic will flow properly. And you can grant the variance without nullifying from the intent of the bylaw because it's simply a unique circumstance. We have demonstrated that the lot was prior to zoning. So with all that, I'm not going to read everything I submitted because we seem to be moving along pretty quickly. I request that you grant the relief that we're looking for so we can move forward and go to the planning board.
Mr. Chairman, I make a motion that we allow the special permit for to reduce the minimum lot area from 15,000 to 13,040 square feet and to grant the variance to change the minimum rear yard setback from 35 to 18.80 feet in order for the construction of a Dunkin' Donuts located at 10 West Main Street.
Second.
Okay, a motion's been made in second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sorry to hold you up.
Oh, it was fascinating. I never heard the word poop so often in a public hearing before. We have similar hearings in my town. We have a lot of agriculture, and people aren't used to having animals in close proximity to their houses sometimes.
And
so.
what town that might be?
Plimpton,
Plimpton.
down towards the Cape. So,
That's a ride.
usually ours are.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. Yeah. Usually ours has to do with the smell of all the manure, and it's country perfume.
Okay.
Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Bill done for overtime.
Part of the job.
Well, these are all ready to go. Oh, good.
You set to sign?
There's one. Oops.
The fire station.
It's 3 copies. This is Arthur's.
Is there anything else?
No, the only one that I don't have, that I didn't have a chance to
Pristine
do,
Realty.
is the one for the pigeons.
We just signed 2.
You signed New England Realty
Yeah.
and. what's the other
Canoia.
one?
Canoia.
One for the pigeons, Canoia.
Oh, yeah? And now we're,
That's the one that we have to file with Aura, saying we accepted the rescind,
rescission?
rescission, yeah. Read my comment at the bottom, if you wanna change it,
Okay.
That's one that I have.
Yeah, we didn't have to do that. He withdrew this application. That's it.
That's it? We didn't have to?
We
vote?
didn't have to do that.
What are you gonna do?
Work, I'm
What
still
the hell?
learning.
Well, no, we didn't have to do that. The guy left, I mean, you know, but yeah.
That was quick and
Hey,
nice.
no, you know what, though?
Make 'em happy.
Oh, I take that back. Because now he can't come back for 2 years.
Right.
You're right, you're right. You're right, I take that back.
I thought we voted on it before.
No, he can't come, now that he decided not to do it, then he can't come back for a couple of years. You're right. Absolutely right.
It wasn't without prejudice.
He took it on his own, well,
Right.
yeah,
just
I
said
mean,
the
but he
letter,
just said, you know.
Okay, anything else?
You gonna sign any checks for her? She need money?
Uh-huh. She passed out money?
No. I mean, usually her budget needs, she needs some
Yeah.
vouchers or something, but.
Okay, last one.
All right, anything else on the agenda?
You just have to sign that.
That's it. Someone make a motion that we adjourn?
Second?
Someone make the motion. that-
I'll make a
Oh,
motion,
I
we
can-
adjourn.
I'll make a motion, you said it.
He made the motion,
You
you
second
second?
There you go.
Okay. Motion made and seconded. All those in favor?
Aye.
Motion carries.
Thank you.